Welcome to the Exit 58 podcast, a show about pop culture, tech, politics, and anything else they can come up with.
Hey everybody, it's time for another edition of the Exit 58 podcast. I'm Derek, and that is Rob.
What's going on there, my man?
All's good, man. All's good.
Yeah.
I'm recovering from Thanksgiving,
I know, right?
and apparently someone else is recovering from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because he's not here.
Kaz is out this week. Kaz is not with us.
Must have eaten a little bit extra.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Tryptophan?
I heard that's a myth.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That allegedly turkey makes you tired.
I didn't feel extra tired this time.
Yeah.
So as far as Thanksgiving plans, what did you end up doing?
Just went to my parents' house, kind of camped out there on Thursday, and this is really one of the first times for Thanksgiving that I don't know what it was, just wasn't feeling football this year.
What?
Wasn't feeling.
Wait a minute.
Wasn't feeling it.
Is it because the game sucked?
Maybe that's what it was. I just.
You weren't excited for it because
No.
there obviously. So we obviously are in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
And for us, when we were watching it, I hosted Thanksgiving.
Right.
So, very much interested in the first game, which was Lions and Vikings, because that affected what the Eagles' playoff situation looks like, or not playoffs, but we obviously wanted the Vikings to go down.
Right.
So we were into that, and obviously being in the Philly market, we hate the Cowboys, so obviously always rooting for them to go down. And then who cared about the third game? I couldn't even tell you what the freaking third game was.
That was so bad. It was so bad it led to Eli Manning losing his job. But that's another
Who
story.
was it? The Giants and who?
The Giants and Redskins.
Oh, well, who cares?
Yeah, that game was horrifyingly awful.
Yeah.
But I wasn't into it. I watched a fair amount of. I had to work, so I watched just a little bit of the Vikings Lions.
You had to
game.
work?
Yeah. At the mothership.
Yeah, I saw that post online. I saw you do a post.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, and I was like, you know what? I don't know how to work that thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he working today, or is that like an old post? I couldn't tell.
It was live and in technicolor.
What the hell happened?
We needed a hand, and I decided to do it.
Back in the day, we did that shift. Do you remember that shift we did?
Thanksgiving?
We did a Thanksgiving morning show.
Oh, boy.
We did. We did the 7 to, I think we might have covered the first 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to hang out with their families. That's what we've learned about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that back in the day was true.
Yeah, because people, that's the thing. Like we don't have a hard time filling shows.
Yeah.
Now this year it was a little spotty, and we just decided to kind of cut it early. But I think we cut it around 6. So other than that, just about everybody was in who was supposed to be in.
So now, so you went to your parents' house. What time do you eat? Because we did an early one this year. Usually we're like a 3:30ish. We try to hit in between the games sometimes. Try to time it out that way. We had some change of plans this year because Dad had some other stuff to do that day, so had to make some adjustments on the fly.
6:30, 7 o'clock. Yeah, 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Was the turkey done, and they were waiting for you to get there?
No, it was the side dishes. Like, what didn't? Oh, the sweet potatoes hadn't been cooked yet, so my mom is doing a lot of the stuff by herself.
Yeah.
My mom. Here's the overlying issue. God bless her heart.
Yeah.
My mom cooks not just for a day.
Yeah.
She'll cook for 2 or 3 or 4 days out, basically.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
And that's the thing. So when we get a turkey, like you think, oh, it's just 3 people. You don't need that much, but she cooks. She cooks as if she's cooking for 10.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that's why it takes longer. So it's not like,
So how big was your bird?
Wow. I don't know. I can't. Why am I even trying to answer that question? So
I'm just wondering. It's turkey. It's
I
Thanksgiving.
don't know. It's a regulation size.
A regulate is that how they sell them in the frozen
Yeah.
food section?
Yeah, that's
regulation turkeys and non-regulation turkeys.
Butterball. That's how they sell them.
Okay, butterball. You don't remember like what tonnage it was or what poundage it was?
No.
Or?
It was already out and cooked and all that stuff by the time I got to the house.
Now I'm a big Thanksgiving guy because I love turkey.
Oh yeah.
And I always say to myself, you know what? I love it so much I'm going to do it like in June or July.
Yeah.
And then I never do it.
Yeah, it's very strange. This is the one time a year. Now, for my family, we have turkey 3 times a year. Thanksgiving,
Christmas,
and Easter sometimes.
Okay, yeah, that all legitimate.
Yeah. So those are the big 3 for us.
Now,
as it relates to turkey.
So what are your favorite sides? Because see, I'm a big stuffing guy. I love the stuffing. And I try to take it from my
we're
so
gonna have to have a discussion.
I get
stuff.
mostly
Yeah.
because I host, right? I get most of the leftovers.
Yeah.
With the exception of this year. I think I got the shaft this year, dude.
How did you get the shaft?
Because I wasn't there in the divvying up process, and my mom is very good at not showing that I'm her favorite. So she evidently, I think she.
What are you trying to say?
I think she overstuffed my sister's stash to go home.
Oh yeah, she doesn't want to show favoritism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I wasn't looking, when I was there doing dishes post, because that's what a good host does. Does the dishes, plays the martyr role.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you all worry. You guys watch football.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean the dishes.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
And while I was, under dark of night, she's over there extra scooping all the other stuff for my sister. Kind of pissed because I only got like leftovers from here, a big deal.
Yeah.
I only got like 2, maybe 3 days out of the whole thing. And a lot of freaking food we had.
Sorry, man. That stinks. That stinks. You had home field advantage.
Home field advantage. I lost it.
You didn't get the leftovers
No.
on home field. That's a tough.
Did you get any
loss.
leftovers?
Oh yeah, I got a ton.
You probably got them all.
Yeah, I got a large portion of them. To answer your question, though, I'd say my mom's potato salad and sweet potatoes. Those are my 2 go-tos. The one that has picked up favor in the household over the last few years, Brussels sprouts.
See, I'm not doing those.
But I agree with you. They're bad, but the way they make these, they're good. They're put in the oven. They're cooked. They're bacon bits in them. It's fantastic. Love it. So you get some flavor.
Non-traditional foods in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we had that. We had stuffing was there.
I love the stuffing.
I didn't have any stuffing this year. Not a big stuffing guy.
Now, is it stovetop or is it is it like in the cavity of the turkey?
It's separate. So it's stovetop, but it's made in a separate dish.
Got you.
So it's not a part of the turkey.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking. You like turkey, I like turkey. I'm sure Kaz loves turkey because he's American.
And by the way,
yeah.
Shout out to ham because we also had ham.
Shout out to ham.
Yeah.
Give it up for ham. Give it a little applause there for
much
ham.
respect for ham.
Let's insert ham applause.
Love ham.
We didn't have ham, but I kind of miss that. We do the ham at Christmas, but
That's what a lot of people do, the ham at Christmas, or they'll do the ham at Easter.
So for 3 people, you guys had just you, your mom, and your dad.
Yeah.
That's a lot of food, Derek.
I know. And there was banana pudding.
I never had that.
Spectacular.
Should we try that one day?
I think we should.
I think we should do an Exit 58 podcast Thanksgiving in June, since I don't do it.
Yeah.
You don't do it, and Kaz probably likes it.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And what else dessert-wise, we killed it. I had one of everything.
Yeah, my dad's crazy. So my dad, like, my dad's whole MO in life is after something ends immediately, no matter how great or how awful it is. He's like, well, it's time to move on to something else. That's like his motto. So as soon as dinner's over,
he's ready to go to the next spot.
Yeah, he's like just sitting there. He's like, so what's going on with dessert?
He doesn't want any time. See, we usually break.
No.
He wants to go right.
He wants to go right to it.
So how long is the whole process, you think?
Bell to bell, if you will.
Yeah, bell to bell.
It's about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
right? That's
a few libations.
Yeah.
Enjoyed a few of those.
Okay.
So that was good. But yeah, I'd say about 30-ish minutes.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and then you do the whole thing over again Friday night and Saturday. It was a fun weekend.
And so Thanksgiving tradition. There's football on.
Yeah.
There's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's always a big hit. There's the Philly Parade here, obviously, and obviously local parades wherever you are. But the big one to watch across the country is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You watch on NBC, hosted by Al Roker, hosted by who else is it? Greta Van Susteren. Who else is doing that freaking show these days? Megan Fox,
Jane Pauley.
No, I don't know. I know there's the guy though. Matt Lauer.
Oh,
an up and comer.
Oh my God.
Matt Lauer. How about how about this cat, huh? All of a sudden, news breaks this week. Oh, I'm sure it broke a long time ago for me. I never liked the guy to begin with. But Matt Lauer all of a sudden gets blown up.
Yeah, he got blown up already.
What was it? Wednesday morning? Tuesday morning?
It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday morning. So I woke up. I think maybe it was a little bit. It was sometime between 6:30 7 o'clock, and I was awoken by a text message. So normally the text messages I get are they're like. It's somebody responding like something happened in football the night before. So it's always something ridiculous. So very rarely do I get serious text messages overnight.
Somebody maybe snapping an inappropriate body part, sending it to you that way.
No, I don't get those.
Okay.
I don't get those, sir. So I look at the phone, and the first thing I see is OMG. But I don't see the rest of the body of the text until I open it, and it said, yeah, Matt Lauer has been fired. Like, what? I could not believe it.
Well, I couldn't either, but are you a fan?
I will always be a fan of the Today Show that I grew up on.
Brian Gumbel, yeah.
Jane Pauley. That to me
Willard
is,
Scott.
Yeah. That's the Today Show.
And Fat Al Roker. I like Fat Al Roker better than Skinny Al Roker. I was actually having this conversation the other day with my coworker.
You don't like New Age Al Roker?
I don't like New Age Al Roker, man.
I can understand that. It just seems like a different guy because now he's doing the Olympic. Like he's all over the place now. He's kind of doing a little bit more than the standard Al
I certainly encourage him to get more involved in the broadcast.
Yeah.
I just thought he was happier when he was fatter. Don't you think so? I think he's like tired Al now.
Well, you don't know. Look, in television and media, you just don't know anymore what motivates somebody to go through those changes. Now, some of it is health. There are people who are like, I don't care how I look in that regard. And TV now, the standard obviously is like He-Man or He-Woman-esque. And that's kind of what the model has become.
Has he come out and said anything about this? I know what is the woman's name? Not Greta Van Susteren. Whoever the female co-host with Lauer is on Tuesday.
Savannah Guthrie.
Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that thing. I know she's come out a bunch now. So what I was intrigued at was they mentioned they were going to follow this story and keep reporting on it. So today, I rarely watch the Today Show.
Oh boy, I have some news on this, but go ahead.
Okay, but today I watched it, and they're covered. But you know what they're doing? They're tossing so Savannah. This is how small, NBC is covering this.
Yes.
So Savannah and the other woman, Hoda, who's filling in for Matt, is they're tossing the story now to report on Matt to the third reporter. So they're not touching it that much. They're tossing it to the other writer and being like, look, here comes the bus. You get under it.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that is? And I'm going to get to something in a second.
They don't want to be anywhere near this.
Why?
Because maybe where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. And I know we're in the culture of this stuff happening right now and people getting fired because of it. I don't really accept anybody's apology for this. I just don't. I don't accept
for the behavior.
Yeah, when Matt Lauer comes out and says, "I'm sorry, I embarrassed all my friends."
Yeah,
I don't buy that because, first of all, at some point, if you're doing this and you've got to be making somebody feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just apologize if you're that sorry and you're that contrite? And like, I just hate this. The standard process for all of this stuff. Person A does a negative act to person B, and then you don't hear anything about it publicly or whatever, and then once person A loses their job, then they apologize. That to me is so insincere. I don't like.
I agree.
You know, the whole thing with Matt Lauer, like, well, you know, I've humiliated all my friends, and thank you for their support. All this stuff. I don't.
So he's admitting to it then.
He said some of it was overblown. He kind of confessed to some of it, but some of it he didn't. You know, there's a Fox News story that was published a couple days ago saying that he had a huge bag of sex toys in his office.
Excuse me?
That's correct. There's a report now that he had a secret lock.
I heard that. A lock on his desk where he could lock the door.
Yeah.
So
I don't accept your apology.
And everybody's saying, well, this is very knee-jerk by NBC. Guess what? NBC did not pull the trigger on this because it was just one incident. Something tells me they had a book on this cat for a while, and there was finally somebody that had evidence enough to blow it up, and they denied it. They came out and said, "This is the first time we've ever." They've heard this before.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I'm sure they have. I don't really believe that a guy you're paying $20 million to annually makes a mistake once and then he's out. I don't see businesses operating that way. Maybe you suspend him. Maybe you take him off for a little bit. He got fired. So it's not a one-time situation.
From one dude to another dude.
Yeah.
Because we're rugged, manly men here.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Professionally now.
Yeah.
You know, we got to be concerned about some of this stuff. Not that we're doing stuff, because we're not. But I guess what I'm trying to
Where are you going?
What I'm saying to this point is that there is that whole thing of being concerned about, will other people, right, professionally.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it in this case. I think Matt Lauer is a jerk face and totally did everything that was claimed. But there is that line now where this is catching fire, right? And we're seeing this across Hollywood, which was probably a known thing for a while. It's just coming out to light now. But who's not to say that woman A could make claims against you or me or anybody or other men? And so are you going to handle yourself differently? So when you take those photos,
right?
Not the racy photos you take. I'm saying in public. When you take regular public shots and you're in a group shot and you go to put your arm and the left arm, you're like, all right, everybody get together in the picture. You're going to put one arm up on your left. It's a holiday shot. One arm on your buddy. And then you go to, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't,
Well, look.
Hands not going anywhere except in the air. My hands are going in the air.
Okay, this is an etiquette question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is an etiquette question.
You can't put it on a rear like you usually do. No, you don't do that. I'm joking, everybody. He doesn't do that stuff.
My thought is with anybody
in public.
If I'm taking a picture with a woman that I don't know, the hand goes to high back.
Yeah.
High back. Hide the hand.
It's like freaking playing like a female twister now, right?
Yeah.
High back.
Yeah.
Right arm, high back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you do. You don't go, you can't do, if it's more than
it's like
one.
A strike zone, right?
Right. Yeah. That's a good way. Perfect. I think that's a good way to look at it. If you go, anytime you go at the waist. That's, I hope you know him.
Uh-huh.
Like if you go at the waist.
Yeah.
Then you just met them like 65 seconds
ago. Sure, yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
So that inner thigh is off limits.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What if the person has a scratch?
No.
I was just
scratch. What are you talking
and they
about?
can't reach it. Sometimes you get those scratches.
No, but I think there's I know what you're saying, like what's to stop somebody from just saying like all I know is what I know.
Right?
And all I know is how I conduct myself. And if I know that I haven't done anything like that. So that's all I can go with.
Just putting it out there, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, clearly there are guys harboring these issues, and they just, for whatever reason, they don't want to confess to it. And for obviously why, people are getting fired. Like the new thing today, as we tape this, Russell Simmons stepped down from his business ventures because someone accused him of sexual harassment. So he said, I'm going to take a step back and work on my personal development. And again, that's bull. That's not good enough. You weren't worried about this 5-10 years ago, because I think this happened, if I read the story correctly, this happened in the 90s. You're not worried about, you weren't worried about that in 1997 or 2000 or 2002, but you're worried about it right now.
Yeah.
So it's retiring guys, and that's sad, because it shouldn't be like it to me. And I understand the culture, like the victim doesn't want to say anything to potentially cost themselves a job.
All that PC crap, we get it. Yeah, we get that.
I totally understand that, but these guys don't deserve the right, to me, to do this stuff, circle back and apologize for it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years later, and then expect people to just kind of brush off like, that's all right, dude. No. You did it.
Yeah.
So now you got to pay the price. And that, to me, is the thing. Let me read this, what we're referencing here, just to make sure people don't think we're just throwing stuff out there. Former Today Show co-host Meredith Vieira. We should have made this in case you missed it, but I guess
in case. Yeah, well, this is going. It is. Well, in case you missed it, nobody's missed it.
Yeah, nobody's missed it. Former Today Show co-host Meredith Vieira laughed with Matt Lauer about the time she went into his office and found, quote, a huge bag of sex toys in a resurfaced video from 2016.
Oh, he's such a card.
Yes, Lauer appeared on the Meredith Vieira Show with his then co-host Savannah Guthrie in May 2016, and Vieira recalled the time she went snooping in his office and discovered the bag of sex toys.
Wait, this is put out there?
Yes. Oh, what the freak? And, quote, you had a huge bag of sex toys. Yes, you did. In your closet, Matt, Vieira told her studio audience. The audience audibly groaned as an uncomfortable Guthrie shook her head and cringed at the statement. So his explanation is, quote, we had a guest on the show who was a sex therapist. I think you did the segment actually talking to Meredith.
Come on.
And the sex therapist gave each of them a bag of materials. To which Meredith Vieira said she didn't get any of that.
Well, of course not. Yeah. It was a nice little like party goodie bag like you used to get like 5-year-old birthday parties. Matt's taking them home or Matt's taking them back to the office. I mean, what a freaking pig.
This is crazy. This story is crazy.
It is not.
This story is crazy. Lauer didn't.
But nobody like no executive says, oh, by the way, Matt, this doesn't pass the sniff test. Not that you're sniffing those things. I hope you aren't, at least. Maybe he was.
This is ridiculous. Lauer said he did not know what to do with the sex toys and left them in the closet. The former Today Show host said Secret Service agents went into his office the next day before he did an interview with Laura Bush where they found the X-rated toys. Lauer recalled being embarrassed.
And this is the same guy, by the way, that grilled O'Reilly for his situation that was over there.
Yeah,
did the same interview though, right?
Yeah. It's
holier than thou. We love it.
It's sad, and to what you're bringing up earlier, obviously, and you can tell the NBC reporters just don't want any. They don't want any. They're begging on that one. Part of this.
So Matt wasn't at the Rockefeller. That night they had a Rockefeller show. He wasn't there for that one.
So something like this, trying to walk out the timetable of how this worked out.
Yep.
He gets fired Wednesday.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning. So obviously the decision was made either Monday or Tuesday.
Hey, Matt. Yeah. Matt, this is management. We need you to come and we'll clean out your desk for you. Where do you want us to send your bag of dildos? That was probably the conversation. It's a shame.
Sadly, I don't think this is over.
No. We're going to hear more.
I think it's
God forbid the Willard Scott news hits.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. So, Derek, in switching fashion here, we've got a new segment. I always like to unveil the new segments.
Yes.
And we always come up with these new segments about 2 minutes before we go on the air. So, our new segment is called Derek's Digs. So, Derek, you're moving into a new place.
Yes.
And we've been sort of updating people on your move.
Yes.
We figured we'd put it to a freaking segment.
Oh, my God.
So, last we checked.
Yeah.
Things were going along pretty decent, except for there was some sort of cement problem.
Yeah, a couple of people I talked to said, yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
That means they're going to start pouring the concrete
Okay.
in that particular area.
Okay, so at least
Yes.
that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any other updates you can provide the public at this time?
Let me offer a piece of advice to...
This is good because maybe new-time homeowners need this advice.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
People buying purchasing properties need this advice. This is very helpful.
Whenever you're moving, okay? Whenever you're moving, you want to set aside time, obviously, to clean out your life, basically. I have 10 years of my life in my home right now that I am shedding parts of to make room for when I move. Sometimes having mom help you, not the greatest of ideas.
Okay,
It can be very embarrassing.
Oh, what would she find? Maybe some old photos. They wouldn't be embarrassing of the gang. Maybe a huge bag of sex toys. Was that it?
No.
I'm sorry, Matt.
no.
I mean, Derek.
No.
What did Mom find?
No.
Don't even tell me Mom found what we talked about off mic the last time.
No.
Okay.
No. At least I don't think.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think so.
You know, I just met that woman for the first time in years. Not met her, but I saw her a couple weeks back.
I know. Yeah, it's been a long. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's keep it on the up and up here.
So
This is supposed to be a family segment.
but she's
Turned to smut.
she's finding things from ex-girlfriends.
Oh my gosh.
Like gifts and stuff like that. And it's just like you're on. It's like being on trial. Like, what is this? Why is this here?
Name a gift that you found from an ex-girlfriend.
There is a Rolling Stone sweatshirt that I have.
Oh, it's a nice thing though.
Yeah.
All right.
She's like, when did you get this? And I said, 2005.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that?
I want to wear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Mom.
Yeah. Do you want to keep this or no? And then, so you have to go through that. Then I am somebody who keeps cards.
Okay.
I keep cards. If you've ever written me a thank you note,
so
or
Derek
a letter
is
or
very much
something-
old school. You journal.
yes,
You have everything on paper, and so you keep greeting cards.
yeah,
That kind of card.
greeting cards. If you've written me a thank you note in the last 10 years, I have it. I keep all that stuff. I like to keep all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you're just not throwing stuff away. No, I want that particular thing.
Sure.
I want to keep. Just to be able to, years from now, it's a good thing to look back on.
I get you. But so is Mom reading these cards?
I don't know. See, that was the troubling thing. Like, you can see like she's going through stuff, and my mom's one of those people who will see things and she won't tell you what she sees until later down the road, like
good.
5-6 months down the time.
She'll tell me.
Yeah, there's some stuff. So I'm going through my desk drawer. So I have a bunch of tax things in there, old pictures. I found old journals. I found old AIM conversations. I found all kinds of stuff.
AIM conversations?
Yes.
You've archived AIM conversations?
No, I didn't archive an AIM conversation. It was a printout of an AIM conversation I had that was
Okay.
I was a part of the
So
conversation.
for anybody born listening to the show in the last, 15 years?
Yes.
AIM stands for AOL Instant Messenger.
Yes, that's correct. Which is dead.
Which is dead now. But Derek apparently, it was basically a chat session that went online for the longest time. And Derek apparently printed out AIM chats.
Yeah.
You might be a hoarder, dude.
I take after my grandmother. My grandmother's definitely a
So
hoarder.
what are these conversations to whom? About what?
I don't want to mention the participants in the conversation, but
Female?
one was a female, one was a guy. I will not mention the participants, but one of them is a listener to this show. So I will
goodness
not.
gracious.
I will not mention.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Who it was, but I was mentioned in there, so that's why I had it. I don't know how I got this, but because there's no way I could have accessed it unless it was given to me.
Oh my gosh.
But it's weird.
You got to get rid of this crap, Jones. I mean, I'm all about the cards and the letters.
Yeah, all that stuff. So I found an old journal that I had.
Journals are good because those are your thoughts. Those are your deep secrets.
I found a journal from the late 2000s, early to late 2000s that I didn't, or mid to late 2000s that I hadn't seen in years.
December 22nd, 2000. Call me Ishmael.
By the way,
Yeah.
fun fact about the journals.
Fun fact.
20 years.
Yeah. And I
20 years this December.
So Derek has been journaling forever and a day. And in case you missed a previous podcast, it's already sort of written in stone. I get the volumes.
Yeah.
When you kick, they come this way.
You've got a lot to decipher, cowboy.
You better make sure that I want to see that spelled out in a legal Zoom document. Can you presume?
I'll have to. Maybe if I can
want the
stack
AIM.
them.
Can I get the AIM contract now too? Can I get the AIM in text?
No, that's not. No, you can't get that.
Okay.
Because I'm not the main principal in it.
Okay.
So
all right. I'll stick with the journals then.
Yeah, I will decline that. I'm probably gonna have to shred that at some point. But.
All right. Well, so that's a good little tip though. So watch what you deliver your mom.
It's embarrassing. It's not a good feeling to have to be on trial about. Why is
Derek,
this here?
Whose sequin underwear are these, Derek?
Underwear.
What do you got going on here, Derek?
Why do you have these cards from Las Vegas in your desk drawer?
Oh my gosh, remember
Stuff
those
like
cards?
That. Yeah,
that's not good times.
Yeah, no, that's not fun.
Okay, well, that's Derek's Digs. That's our new segment on here. So we'll for each show now we will get an update on your property locale and see what's going on.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it too. Also looking forward to this. We'll make this a quick segment here. So we've been going after South Dakota for a while with our segment called "Are We in South Dakota Yet?" But you know what? Right now, screw South Dakota because we're not. Right? Unless you can tell me differently, we're not.
No, we're not.
But we do have some new territories.
I can't tell you differently.
So if you could, Derek, please enlighten us rapid fire on some of the new spots that the Exit 58 podcast has spread.
So we're going to start out actually in reverse.
We are starting out in reverse.
Yeah, we're going to start internationally. And by the way, big shout out to a few areas internationally. Number one, and they've been listening before, but I just want to say thank you for your contributions. The good folks in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love the Canadians.
Yeah, we've been getting some some extra traffic from Canada lately. I
love your Canada Dry. Ginger ale's amazing.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I have diet ginger ale in my fridge.
Who drinks diet ginger ale?
I do.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
I had an urge one night. I thought I was pregnant.
How about Clarence, Switzerland?
Beautiful.
Yes.
They don't know if they like us or they don't like us.
Yes, but they are listening. I'm not sure why, but they are in the mix internationally for us. So thank you to the good folks in Mexico. Germany's back again. How about Sweden?
Ooh.
Yes.
Finger Lakes?
Doesn't specify where in Sweden.
Okay, yeah, I don't think the Finger Lakes are up there. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not, but go ahead.
Time to say a special hello to our friends out in the United Kingdom.
Of course,
who are back
London
again.
town.
Yes, they are back. Thank you. Thank you for checking in with the Exit 58 podcast.
Charing Cross.
And India. Kanpur, India.
WWE, we had them first. I think we were in India before WWE was in there.
They're going there next week. I think they're going there next week.
Well, we're there first.
Yeah.
We're there. Sorry, Vince.
we
caught fire first. Now, how about domestically?
Domestically,
Are we building the brand domestic? We have to build it from within first. But I'm so pleased about the country expansion.
Well, thank you to the folks listening in, of all places, Anchorage, Alaska.
Alaska?
Yes.
Do we have them? You know what? Can we do some freaking prep work on this show and pull up a damn heat map before we go on the air with this crap?
I don't think we...
I mean, does either of us or any of us think about, like, hey, we're about to do the show, stupid. Let's pull up this heat map when we do the segment?
I know.
Do we ever think about that? We never think about that.
Yeah, I know.
Wait. I mean, how big of dopes are we?
Well, I think a part of it is that we've been on this witch hunt
for South Dakota.
And
now screw South Dakota.
That we have lost focus.
I don't even want them to listen now.
We've lost touch and focus with the core.
Yeah. So let's see now. So like two idiots, Derek and I, are scrolling through our media feed now to try to find the last time, because it's been a while since we've updated the heat map. Here we go. We're in Alaska already.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we're there.
That's what I thought. Okay. Well,
Give me another place, and I'll probably tell you we're there, too.
Well, these other places are states that we have been in, but they're new cities.
Okay.
New towns. Pflugerville, Texas.
Love it.
Blue Ridge, Texas. No.
I thought there was another Texas coming, so I was waiting for one comment.
There is another Texas coming.
What is it?
San Antonio,
San
Texas.
Antonio.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow, you're big in Texas.
Yes. How about Henderson, Kentucky? That's it in Kentucky.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it in Kentucky. Morton Grove, Illinois.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is, but thank you. Avon, Connecticut. Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Shawnee, Kansas.
Never been. Hard to believe.
Yeah. Never been. And some town called Glassboro, New Jersey.
Love that town. My favorite town.
Thank you for checking out the Exit 58.
Well, isn't there a new one?
No.
Well, what the freak? I thought you just told me last week there was a new one.
There was a new one. I'm sorry.
Are we on the same show? Can we restart this damn podcast?
I'm sorry. There are a couple things I do want to get off my chest. Thank you to the good people in the state of Washington.
State of Washington.
Yes.
And we had for a while now.
Yes. But we have built an audience in the state of Washington. So thank you very much to the good folks in Washington. I greatly appreciate, as does Rob and Kaz.
Yeah, we'll make that maybe a deeper yellow so we can kind of show that off.
Yes. And Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Finally. We didn't have Nevada before.
No, we did not.
Remember we were going to, I went there this past summer to try to drum up interest?
Yeah, unbelievable.
I guess it finally worked.
Yes, we are in the cut, as they say, in Nevada.
Good. Very dry out there. It was very hot.
Yes, very dry, very arid conditions. Barren. But yeah, we are moving.
Good, all right.
We are moving. We're doing business.
So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states left that we have to conquer.
What states?
We're not in Montana.
No.
We're not in Wyoming.
No.
Which you would think our show plays to those areas. We are not in Idaho yet.
No.
We're not in freaking South Dakota. I can tell you the freaking that. And Arizona and New Mexico.
Have you not listened to previous episodes of the Exit 58 podcast?
Are we in those spots?
Yes.
All right, I'll update you now. I don't listen to the damn show. No, just kidding. All right, well, we're in those spots. So so essentially we're done almost.
Yes, we're getting there. We're making our way. We knocked off Louisiana.
Oh, good.
Recently as well.
Oh no, I do remember that one.
Last few weeks, yeah. So we're picking up steam.
I think because we were drinking for the last couple episodes.
Yeah, I don't think I
paid attention.
We are obviously not doing that. Maybe we should have.
Yeah, we should have. Right, that would keep it more fluid. All right, well that's good. So we have some. We picked up some stuff, and we're only like a couple states away. Once I actually listen to Accurate Facts and check with you before we do this.
Yes.
Next time, folks, it won't be so painful. We promise. We'll do our homework and have the heat map up. So good times. Thanks for listening to the Exit 58 podcast. All those folks out there that are either checking us out for the first time or or like Washington State listening to us a crap ton. That's fantastic. We appreciate your listenership. We also appreciate this next segment, Derek.
It's called ICYMI, in case you missed it.
ICYMI, in case you missed it.
Exit 58 podcast. It is episode 32. It's Derek and Rob on this one. Going up without the Kaz, man.
No Kaz.
Yeah.
He'll be back soon.
He'll be back. And because he had too much turkey, we talked about earlier, right? Too much turkey.
He's still sleeping.
Still sleeping. So
the alleged destroyer that is tryptophan.
Some stomach cramps maybe kicked in, like in this first story here, right? Surgeons treating a man with suspected food poisoning were stunned to discover, get this, 263 coins and 100 nails in his stomach. Derek, 263 coins and 100 nails.
Continue.
Not fingernails. Not fingernails, which would be acceptable.
Long nails.
So Maxid Khan, 35, admitted to the hospital with abdominal pains, and doctors performed an endoscopy to investigate the cause, but they were amazed to find hundreds of coins, 3 pounds of nails, dozens of shaving blades, shards of glass, stones, and hell, a 6-inch piece of rusted iron shackle. What the hell?
What is?
What
is iron shackle?
I don't know. 12 days of Christmas in this in this guy's stomach almost, right? Surgeons at the India hospital immediately operated to remove 15 pounds of foreign objects. 15 pounds. So Mr. Khan believes to have suffered mental health problems, which is what causes all of this. And he hasn't informed his family or friends of bizarre eating habits.
You know what this sounds like? This almost sounds like... you don't watch movies, so I can't make this comparison.
Make the comparison, and I'll pretend like I saw it.
This sounds like he was in the movie Die Hard.
Okay.
And just like fell through a window, or it just sounds like it's just a complete mess.
It's a mess, right?
That's the only way this could happen. Like if he was an active bad guy in Die Hard and ingested like John McClane, Bruce Willis's character, shooting him through windows and stuff like that. How does no human could do this?
With all this metal in the system, you'd have to hear him coming like from 20 feet away. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Just,
and not for nothing.
Stomach would have to be bubbling and making all these.
Let's just talk this through.
Yeah.
What goes in has to come out. If you're eating nails, and glass,
I disagree.
No, that's science. I mean, it's fact. It's biology.
I'm going to tell you why. Maybe not. Some of the stuff too heavy.
What do you think?
This guy is a 6-inch piece of a rusted iron shackle. I don't even know what the hell that is.
But I guess what I'm saying, I don't know, but what I'm saying is if he ate 263 coins, right?
Yeah.
Where they found 263, he probably ate 500 because the other came out in the other end.
Okay, I see where you're going with that, but
if nails,
yes,
where aren't the nails in the toilet? Why aren't people discovering that his toilets?
I hope in life I never have to find out what passing a kidney stone is like.
Yeah.
But this sounds like hell.
The guy's he's like a human coin purse.
So if this guy had to pass something, I don't see how he could do it.
Do you remember? It's like he's like a slot machine. He's just pooping these coins out. Well, I guess he wasn't pooping them out. But when he goes to the bathroom, it's got to be like ding 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 ding. It's got to sound like a Vegas casino.
New York City cabbies have been called a lot of things over the years: courteous, reckless, sometimes rude, but sexy. Yeah, that's the tongue-in-cheek goal of a quirky pinup calendar featuring a dozen New York City taxi drivers smirking and smoldering in provocative poses in and around their yellow cabs.
Almost like the calendar you were just in.
There was nothing provocative that I was doing.
Yeah, there was right now. You're holding a damn umbrella.
Yeah, that's the most provocative thing I was doing.
Mom can find that one. Who cares?
A portion of the proceeds from sales of the $14.99 calendar benefits University Settlement, a charity that helps low-income New York City immigrants.
So how about this one? Is it something under your Christmas tree, maybe?
No. But let me say this. I think that's kind of a nice thing that they're doing for charity in the sense of where the money is going for this. Now, the actual idea is a little weird, but...
And how about the cabbies? Like, what? I guess New York City, obviously, that is still a big cabbie situation going on there.
Yeah.
I know in our market here, Uber and Lyft are like taking over big time here, and a lot of cabbies are pissed off.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of cabbies in
No. When was the last time you were in a cab?
When I was in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to even when if I'm in a city where I'm calling a basketball game or something, I just normally walk or take a bus.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I don't really take cabs anywhere.
And I only take them from the airport because they're right the taxi stand's right there to take you to the hotel.
Yeah.
The return trip, I don't know, there's always cabs there, but
we took a cab going to, let's see, from Dallas International Airport to the hotel. We took a cab. And it's just like, you just, at least I don't know how other people think about this, but I do feel like now when I get in a cab, like I'm doing something that's outdated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're doing something that's out of touch with the times.
I just read today that the cabs in Philly are finally just getting an app.
Yeah, they're banding together because they're losing business.
Should we tell some Dallas stories in this?
Do
you remember Dallas?
I do. I don't have any stories.
Bill out there, if you're still listening to this podcast, I don't know if he's listened to the last 30 episodes or something. He listened to the first two, I think, and then gassed out of this thing. We had a time.
We did. It was a great time.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Dallas was fun.
Yes. That was the first. So
how we didn't get killed coming back from that joint. We went 2 spots.
Oh, the club.
The club, and then the other night we went out.
Yeah.
We went up at some odd party.
I don't remember that party.
What were we doing?
I don't know. That was weird. That was a notable weekend.
Yeah.
Because it was the 40th anniversary around that. So it wasn't the exact anniversary, but that was the 40th anniversary year of when Kennedy was assassinated.
You could have told me. I was so freaking out of it then. You could have told me that was freaking, I don't know. We landed a man on the moon. I would have probably believed you for that trip.
You were living the life back then, man.
I know. You guys.
Traveling around
doing not a care in the world.
Yeah. Didn't have to show up to work.
I didn't even have to go. I wasn't even invited to that convention. I just went for a good time.
Yeah.
Restorers of an 18th century wooden statue of Jesus Christ have reportedly found a note with calligraphy that a priest hid in the Messiah's rear end. That's right. Right in the hindquarters there. The note dates back to 1777. Get that. And is signed by Joaquin Miquez, priest of the Cathedral of Burgo de Osma at the time. The statue's restorers claim. It discusses popular Spanish pastimes. This is the note, that is. The note describes pastimes, the local village's economy, political and religious matters, famous people, and other topics. And of course, Derek, this note, dating back to 1777, is found in this statue of Jesus Christ. Where? Right in the pooper. So now they're kind of like looking at it and trying to date it and see if it's legit and see what's going on with it and what's going on with that.
That is pretty absurd.
Yeah. I've heard messages in bottles, but.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I think that I'm as you're reading this, I'm imagining the story where maybe somebody is maybe the guy was under duress or something, and he was just like, I got to put it somewhere, so I got to put it there. Yeah.
So where do you? Obviously, you don't store your notes and stuff that you're saving at your house in the statue of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
No, they're just out in the open or in plastic bags.
Well, because we know you don't have the statue of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in your house.
You know what my mom found?
Not a cross, I can tell you that.
Close.
What?
A card
Chick-fil-A wrappers don't count.
No. A card I used to have
when
I was a teenager. I used to carry it with me, and when I was in college early on. The Lord's Prayer. I have that.
Yeah, you had, what was it? A dusty and freaking.
I don't know where she pulled it from.
Yeah,
exactly. She did find it.
I can tell you where it was pulled from. The back and bottom of your drawers, probably. You haven't seen that damn thing in years.
The Lake County Prosecutor's Office charged Samantha Cox, 24, of Cedar Lake, Indiana, with possession of cocaine and possession of paraphernalia, the newspaper reported. The events unfolded last Wednesday morning when students at Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana, saw Cox through a door window sitting in an empty classroom and behaving strangely. Junior Will Rogers pulled out his cell phone and began filming her through the glass pane in the door. Rogers later posted that to YouTube.
Brings a whole new meaning to high school, right?
Yes. Man.
My teachers never did cocaine. How about yours?
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
The high school teachers I had were predominantly older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, same.
And the workforce now in high schools and seemingly in schools has changed dramatically. Now everybody's really young. It just seems like we're getting more and more of these stories popping up in schools.
Of drugs or sleeping with the kids, right?
Yeah. These are the types of things that are popping up now.
Because this girl had morals. She didn't sleep with anybody.
Yeah.
She's just doing lines of blow in geography class.
There was a girl I was dating about 5 years ago who once told me that if you're a teacher, you have two vices.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol or drugs.
Or drugs.
Or drugs, yeah.
Where does that come in?
I was like, okay. I didn't know.
Is that so? Is independent study code for?
That was just through her own experiences.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know drugging
Yeah.
was such a big thing. The drinking thing I knew. Very social.
Yeah.
Very like, Friday or
Yeah,
post
and that's typically what it is. The drug thing. I always, you'll hear teachers going, like you said, going to happy hour, doing whatever. The drug thing, I don't ever remember hearing that, but apparently that's a thing out there.
I always thought, so my teacher, you connect the dots and, post, and you're like, you're wiser, you're a little bit smarter. You're like, okay, now I see why Mr. Loudon was like that or whatever it was. And you kind of put things together. But yeah, wow. I didn't know that there was such a drug culture out there in the schools.
It exists, sadly.
Giddy up education majors.
And shouldn't they be putting these teachers too through some sort of security? Like,
there should be some sort of like drug testing and
metal
stuff.
detector?
Yeah.
Do you have, excuse me, what's in your bag?
Yeah,
like,
what do you
check,
have?
Can you
Well, I guess cocaine won't show up on that. Cocaine won't go there.
They should make everybody, in a high school, they should make everybody empty out their bags and pockets. Come on. That's 101.
I heard, speaking of high schools,
Yeah.
there's a new app apparently now, and we'll be I saw it, I guess, on that one app that I'm trying to figure out. There was a story on that thing that said,
I see.
Calculator. Did you hear that? There's a new app called Calculator Plus, I think. And according to this, ready for this? Now, this is probably a fake news. I don't know. I saw that on this app, right? Mm-hmm. This app has stories, and you click a story, and it tells you different stories. So, according to this app, there's this app called Calculator Plus, where basically, if you to the average parent out there, it looks like it's a regular calculator app. To the student who's more in the know, to the young person that's more in the know, what it is if you put the right combination into the calculator, the number, I guess, it gets you into like this back end part of the app and unveils this whole thing of like nude pictures and stuff. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Doesn't that seem like a lot of work?
It's a lot of work. There's a lot of
is that if you're doing that as a high school student,
yeah,
don't you really need to be thinking about where you're going with things? Yeah. Like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Just hang out with your teachers and go drinking and drugging with them. It's easier. Finally, in October, Applebees sold margaritas for just $1 each. Are you a margarita? I'm not a margarita guy.
No, I don't like tequila.
I don't like tequila either. But now for the month of December, we're all in luck because Applebees is back with another insanely cheap drink deal. This time, $1 Long Island iced teas. You an LIT guy?
Definitely not.
So
they taste good.
They taste amazing.
I can't do it.
So Long Island iced teas include a mix of vodka, rum, gin, tequila, triple sec, and sweet and sour mix with a splash of soda. It's available for just $1 all day, every day for the month of December. That's a pretty freaking sweet deal.
It is.
Right? A Applebee's spokesperson told BuzzFeed Food that the LIT is one of their top 5 best-selling cocktails. Now, I love an Applebee's.
I was just there the other night.
I love an Applebee's, right?
Yeah, just there Wednesday night.
Sometimes the most popular one, according to the spokesperson, depending on the time of year. Now, the deal is only at participating restaurants. If you want to see if your Applebee's is covering it or offering this $1 deal, contact the restaurant or head to theapplebees.com/$teas. That's TEAS after December 1st. So starting tomorrow, you can get your drink on Applebee's for $1 and LIT. So these are strong.
Yeah. Long Island iced teas.
No joke.
They don't play. Like, it's not like a Miller Lite where you can go have 3.
Yeah.
And be okay. No, you're not having. If you're having 3 Long Island iced teas,
yeah, lights out.
You're gonna be nap time.
So I don't like individually. I don't like a lot of those ingredients, but combined, they're like the Voltron of drinks. Like I like that. You know what I mean? If anybody who knows what Voltron is, look it up. If you don't,
it's a Voltron.
Yeah. Do you remember Voltron? Voltron was like the separate
God.
lions.
I love Voltron.
And they would come back together as one big giant.
Yeah,
lion.
Voltron was like the indirect competitor to like Transformers,
yes,
stuff like that.
Like a knockoff.
Yeah, more so Transformers knockoff. Yeah.
But I loved it. But yeah, LITs. So I'm an Applebee's freak. I love it there.
Mm-hmm.
Have not been in about a month now, or maybe a little bit longer. My favorite, I love for a chain restaurant, their wings are pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And I love their boneless wings, especially. I get a little extra hot on the side. A little treat.
Whenever we have like a Super Bowl get together at my parents' house,
yeah,
Applebee's.
Really?
Yeah, we get a lot of appetizers from Applebee's. Now, we've just migrated to the wings from the Wick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wick.
Yeah, we migrated the
Warwick Tavern.
But yeah, so we go get wings from the Wick, and we'll get like onion rings, sliders, fries, and some other stuff, I think, sometimes from Applebee's on top of that.
Nate, the bartender at Applebee's by me, makes a freaking killer Manhattan. I mean, I love Manhattans.
That's pretty impressive.
I love Manhattans. I mean, just...
I don't know how you do it.
I love them.
Those are... You want to talk about something that...
They're lights out.
Yeah.
You can't have too many of them.
You can't have one of them.
Yeah. I think they're amazing.
They will put you under the table.
But Applebee's, thank you for the good times. Maybe the world will be a nicer place this December because of Applebee's dollar LITs.
They got to do something with... There's got to be a gimmick to this, right?
Well, it's to suck you in for food because everybody's going to holiday parties and everybody's doing their own thing or shopping. So they're just trying to get you in for the dollar deal, and then you're going to plunk out like, $12 on a pasta dish, which only really costs them 99 cents, and the markup is amazing. So that's what they're hoping you order food. So I'm going to put on my reporter hat.
Tough drink.
I'm going to put my reporter hat on. I will visit the Applebee's by me.
Wow.
And we will try to get live in Technicolor to see if that's really happening.
Look at you.
Look at me, right?
Yeah, there
Taking
you go.
one for the team.
Yeah.
Going to a bar to see what the hell is up.
It's a smart move.
Smart move. That's what we do here at the Exit 58 podcast for our listeners out there. And you know what else we do, Derek? We wrap up the show.
We're wrapping up the show?
We're wrapping up the show.
Wait a minute.
What?
We haven't even... We're not at an hour 30 minutes yet.
I know. I know, right?
It's
ridiculous. People aren't used to these like Cliff Notes versions of this Exit 58 podcast. They're like, we didn't even get there yet.
Yeah, this is... We're timely.
So Derek, on our social media platforms, people in Washington,
yes,
you continue to stream us on iHeartRadio app, right? We're up there.
We're on iHeartRadio, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, Google Play. Leave a review on iTunes or any of those aforementioned platforms. We're out there. We are the Exit 58 podcast. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. I do want to talk about something because something, I just thought of it. It popped into my head.
Popped into your head.
That we have not discussed yet.
Okay.
When we were last together.
Yes.
I believe Rowan Men's Soccer was still alive.
Oh, yeah. So listen to us on iHeartRadio. No, just kidding. Yeah, there was a good run, man. We had a great time with the Rowan Men's Soccer team. Sometimes you hit your cart to a really cool horse.
Yeah.
And we just freaking lucked out that they're that damn good.
We're gonna catch up with Coach Baker at some point here before the end of the year. But it was a lot of fun to follow the team this year. It was a shame they couldn't get anything going in the NCAA tournament. Listening to that game, that was a nightmare to listen to from the standpoint of the weather.
Yeah.
Really, unfortunately, helped kind of play a factor.
So
into
cold
it.
that day.
Cold, windy day. Had a lot of opportunities, just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and then it ends in overtime. So, just a tough loss for the Pros for a great season
and a good team, man. They were a lot of fun, really cool. They followed us on a bunch of things, but look, next year they'll have a great squad. So the next show that we do, actually, we'll have Kaz back, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right? That'll be prior to some holiday times, maybe.
Yes. We're going to need to squeeze one in before Christmas.
And then we have the Christmas episode.
Yes.
Which Kaz and I will be here for. As we replay a version of our Christmas episode for folks out there. And we'll have a special guest on that one, though.
Yes, you will. If you're a new listener, you can sense some of the tension.
There is.
In Rob's voice. I will not be there. This is the first time I've ever missed a show.
Yeah.
I will not be able to be there this year because I will be working.
Well, we're only 32 episodes into this Exit 58 podcast.
Yes.
We all do we've been doing this sort of kind of show now for many moons.
Yes.
17 years now? 19 years maybe?
Yeah, it's been 17 years.
So this show has been going on 17 years. We're just putting it into podcast form now.
Yeah.
So we've always been this stupid. It's not just been the last 32 episodes. You know what I mean? And this is the first Christmas episode that Derek is missing.
Yeah.
We've had variations. We've had the crew together for most of them.
Yeah.
We only had 1 year that went off track because Kaz was having a kid.
Yeah.
And then this year's the next year where it's going off track.
Yeah. Next year might be off track too, I believe.
Who the freak is not making that one?
You.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually,
You may not be at the one
due.
next year.
I'm due. You're right.
Yeah, you are due. You are due to miss. You've been the steady performer. But yeah, hopefully we don't have that to worry about.
Yeah, we won't. I'll talk to somebody by then.
Yeah. We'll have to see if we can have you put in for a half day or something.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it for the Exit 58 podcast. It has been a pleasure. Of course, as we said a few moments ago, check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all kinds of great stuff, including iHeartMedia. It's a blast, as always. For Rob.
Later days, everybody.
I'm Derek. So long, and we'll talk to you next time.